Thunder.
Okay, hiccups are good because every time you hiccup, I'm gonna donate £10 to charity.
No, that's not
Jesus
a good decision.
Christ.
That's
£10.
That's not a good decision.
Excuse? What are you saying? Are you saying I shouldn't?
Well, no. It's more the case that once I get them, I can't get rid of them. So that's going to be a lot of money, man. Like, I don't know if it's a good idea.
I'm making the decision, and it's on the internet now.
Wait, are we recording?
What?
Is this the pre-cod podcast bit?
You always got to give a bit of pre-pod before we get into the big cast.
You're gonna have me. You're gonna have me just gasping for my life.
I'm not sure.
In this podcast, that is not the way.
Yeah, but this is it. We show how dedicated we are. We can push through these things without hiccups or whatever.
I ate my burger too quick. Leave me alone.
Oh, I know what that's like. Yeah, you're right.
I don't eat bread. This is the reason why I don't eat bread. I have a vendetta against bread, and this is what happens, and I shouldn't do it. But
I'm amazed it's the bread that's giving you trouble. I would have thought the big meaty bit in the middle is kind of rough, right?
Seal.
No?
I can handle meat all day. I can handle meat all day. Meat's not the problem. It's the bread. It's the bread.
What kind of burgers are you eating?
It was a Five Guys bacon cheeseburger. I splashed out, man. Leave me alone.
Oh boy. Bulbasaur, can you describe yourself at this point?
Bulba, what's your favorite food?
Yeah.
If you like chicken nuggets, then you gotta sing along. If you like chicken nuggets, this is your favorite song. Chicken nuggets, yeah. Chicken nuggets, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go. You got a serenade. It's all good.
Those are some good levels.
Oh god, if this makes it into a blooper reel, I wouldn't be surprised.
We don't do blooper reels.
This is the real.
This is the real, yeah.
Oh crap.
Yeah, this is it. We have you now. You did volunteer for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we good? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you want me to? Are we take it in turns for intros? Do you want me to take this one this time?
Go for it.
Me. No hiccups, thank you. Right, everyone's going whenever.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Sounds Like Thunder with me, Tiny.
And I'm Seal.
And welcome to the third instalment of our wonderful podcast about our org and all things esports. And yeah, we'll just have a quick recap on what happened last week. Seal, would you like to take us away?
Yeah, we were talking to Zephyr, who's the manager of our LOL team, and he was sharing with us his experiences with online games like League of Legends and how he got to where he is so far with us, his friends at TNT. And from that, we had to find another person, as we always do. We do get you eventually. If you're listening, we will get you eventually. It's gonna happen.
It's purely voluntary. We don't go around poaching our players. We do ask for consent first. I'll reiterate that. But I know Zephyr wanted, Dave, Big Dave, the main man.
Yeah.
But he's otherwise unable to record this week. So we've got a lovely guest in replace. Would you like to say hello, Bulba?
Hello.
And this is Bulba. He's a lovely member of our from our venue, from our org in general, and he's dabbled in Unite with myself, and we've had some good sessions. Wouldn't you agree, Bulba?
Yep.
I'm gonna say please say yes, otherwise that's really embarrassing. So would you like to tell us a little bit about what games you enjoy to play, a bit about your gaming journey, all that sort of fun stuff that we like to find out on this podcast?
I was like most people of my generation, started with the Nintendo Wii.
Solid choice, yes.
Yes.
Makes me feel so
Yes.
old. That makes me feel so old. Oh my gosh. Yeah, sorry.
No, we already had Lucas poking fun of that in the chat.
Yeah, I was a Nintendo 64 gal, which makes me feel very old when you mentioned Nintendo Wii. That was way later. But yes, anyway, sorry, carry on.
Yeah. Kind of with it was the Mario Kart Wii, the new Super Mario Bros, Donkey Kong Country Returns, freaking DreamWorks kart racing. don't know why. There was a lot of absolute shoddy stuff
Oh,
on the Wii.
wasn't that like the Shrek with Shrek?
Yes, you
Yeah,
drove in a cart as Shrek and Toothless.
I did
yeah.
not realize that was a thing. How long? When was that a thing? I must have completely bypassed that in my Wii days.
I don't know.
Yeah, that actually happened. That's going in the link dump. I'm actually adding that. I'm adding that to
Oh.
our convo right here.
Oh my god.
I feel like we need to add a
Don't
sound
ask me.
effect to the link dump. I feel like we need to add like some form of side effect
It's okay. I got
for
it.
link dump.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, like a lot of questionable titles and a few of the good ones, Mario Galaxy, just never finished any of them, to be honest.
No, that's not questionable at
'Cause,
all. Like I loved Mario Galaxy. The duo player mode was a little bit meh because my
yeah,
friend would be like, "Oh yeah, I'll play Mario," and I'll just be this little like floaty star thing to just grab all the little collectible bit. But no, for like the whole 3D effects of Mario Galaxy, I absolutely loved. So I wouldn't say it was a.
yeah.
I
No, I
loved
was
that game
referring
at
to
all.
stuff like the DreamWorks one.
Oh, okay.
There's like a Cartoon Network Smash Bros. Basically. Can't remember
Hmm.
what it's called. Played that way too much.
I was actually more of a Crash Team Racer boy.
Crash Taxi.
I've
Oh, I
Yeah.
used to play it on the is that the Game Boy Advance? I think.
You had Crash Team Racing.
You had Tag Team on PS2 and PS Vita. You had Nitro Kart, I think, on the Game Boy Advance
That's what I'm
and
thinking
the
of. Yeah.
PS2.
Hmm.
That's what I'm thinking of. I used to play that on the. That was back in my camping days. I used to play on the Game Boy Advance with like a little in the
You went to camp?
caravan.
Oh,
No,
okay, okay.
camping. No, camping like
Okay.
caravanning and that sort of stuff. That's what I used to do when I was a
Oh,
kid during the
okay.
summers. And I think my hiccups have gone now. So yay, that's exciting.
Hey, no one will
Way.
understand that apart from us. Yep.
But no. So in terms of like the org, Bulba, how did you like get into it? Just out of curiosity, because I feel like you were actually part of the org potentially before I was. So I'm just kind of intrigued by how you kind of got into it, sort of thing.
To sum it up, sheer darn luck.
Mm.
We love a bit of that. Please tell
Yeah.
us more.
Basically, up the local high street, there was like a board game event going on that my mom found on Facebook, and it's like, yeah, I'll show up. I've always wanted to get into a bit more board games and card games and that. And then just by complete chance, I met Phoebe, and then she told me about it, and literally like a week later, I went up and played my first game of Magic the Gathering. Really. Then just kind of showed up more often, was playing Unite more, got into a bit more serious deck building for Pokemon TCG, but I still haven't done that a lot.
So
And
you
then,
you clearly had a good experience. Then you decided to keep coming back.
yeah, I mean, I was kind of out of places to go for board games because I used to do Warhammer as my
Yes.
board game.
Yes.
Warhammer. Oh
Oh,
God.
yes.
You kept this really under wraps. You didn't tell me you were into this stuff.
Oh,
You'd have spoken about this way more
no.
extensively.
Emperor protect. He protect. Oh, yeah, he does.
Attack the Git!
Yeah, I like it, but the thing.
Attack the Git!
All right, all right, all right. Do you want to hear a rundown about me and my 40k?
Oh, go on then. Enlighten
Okay,
me.
all right. I'll keep it brief because this is about you, Bulba. Okay, so we'll do a bit of 40k.
I'll speak very briefly about my Age of Sigma, but yes, you carry on.
Okay, I started with Space Marines, went pretty far with that. Got about 1,000 point army, and then went from that to Tau. I didn't like Tau at all, apart from the Kroot. I tried to build a Kroot army, got bored. Went Tyranids, full Tyranids. Haven't looked back, and I love Tyranids. And now I want to go Orcs because I went full meta with Tyranids, tried to win everything, very competitive. But now I want to be having fun and play Orcs, right?
Yep, that's the reason why I picked Orcs later on. They're a bit more of my fun army.
In terms of my like Age of Sigma, my like knowledge is not as good. When I was talking about the Magic the Gathering decks, Steel last podcast, how I
Yeah.
picked an entire green deck just because it had dinosaurs in it. That's
Yes.
essentially exactly what I did with Warhammer. I picked the Seraphons because they looked like dinosaurs and I could paint dinosaurs all day.
Are they the lizard men?
Yep. Yes, they are. There's a
Oh.
theme. There is a theme. There's a theme going on here. I like dinosaurs, okay? Leave me alone.
No, dinosaurs are rock. Yeah.
Rawr.
Yeah, so I've got a
Yeah.
little blue Seraphon lizard army somewhere and some like pterodactyls and all that kind of stuff. But no, please, Bulba, tell us a little bit more about your Warhammer stuff, seeing as we've gone into that domain of.
Yeah, I mean, there used to be a store up in Sutton that I'd always go to, and well, unfortunately, it got closed down a few years ago, and then that just kind of killed my motivation because there was nowhere close enough or friend or kind of like have the same atmosphere as that place. And then so I kind of went on a board game hiatus, really, and then so I still kind of dabble in the like RPG aspects of board games. With games like Borderlands, Pokemon, I play occasionally. I am more onto the Unite side of Pokemon. Trying to think what else. Yakuza I play like I guess a lot more action RPGs rather than traditional RPGs, but I'm not afraid of going into them.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, that's
I'm
fine.
hoping to get back into Warhammer soon, hopefully.
I'm going to
Yes.
make you both. I'm going to make you both very, very jealous. Extremely jealous. Are you both? Are you both prepared yourself? Are you both hunkered down?
I'm sitting down.
I am literally. I'm a 10-minute walk away from Warhammer World. That's where I am.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
kind of a glitch. Well, I guess
And,
shorter of a glitch.
even worse, I've not even been there yet.
Oh. Oh.
Heresy! I keep saying that I'm going to go with my friend. You know, my friend
Oh.
who plays ADC
Yeah.
in League. I keep saying to her, I'm going to go with her.
They're like, fuck that.
And I know, and I keep saying I'm going to go with her, and I've
Yeah.
not been yet because I want us to both go together as like a new exciting experience, you know. But I've not been yet because we haven't had a chance to source it. Because, you know,
Oh.
life is busy and shit. But you know, it's fine.
Oh.
So just to
Oh.
make.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm
Have you
okay.
recovered?
I'm
Okay,
dealing. I'm
that's
dealing.
good.
I'm dealing. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Fudge. Can we
Look
get
like
Dave?
a
Dave can
Bulba.
give us a trip. Sorry.
A trip? What trip to my house? No way. You're gonna no.
To
That means I've
Warhammer
got to feed
World.
people. No, it means I've got to feed people. No, I'm not
Oh
doing
yeah,
that.
we can totally come. Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Go away.
Barbecue.
Warhammer
Barbecue.
party at Tiny's.
Yes.
Like a
My
plan.
God, no.
There better be Jaffa cakes.
No, I'm already. You know what? It's expensive enough feeding Tano for his bloody jammy Dodger addiction. I can't have feeding you Jaffa cakes as well. I'm gonna have no budget for that
Wait, they
unless
still
Dave gives
sell
me
them?
some.
They still sell
Used
Jammy
to.
Dodgers?
Yeah, Tano literally like lives on them. We always joke that if we played really bad in a tournament, it's because Tano wasn't eating jammy Dodgers. It got to the
Yeah.
point when we went to the venue for the first time a few months ago. Bob was actually there. Actually,
Yeah,
Dave
there was.
literally bought us like about 5 packs. He bought us basically a pack each, and we just sat there and just ate like these raspberries. They weren't even the normal ones. They were the special ass raspberry ones. We were sat there eating those whilst we played Unite. It was an absolute dream. So no,
Yeah,
they definitely still sell them. You've been in Finland too long, man. We definitely still sell jammy Dodgers, I promise.
Yeah, they have these things in what are they called here in Finland? They're called like uncle berries, ensberries, and they're weird.
Uncle berries.
They're called, what are they called, man? Ensberry, and they're yellow. They look like blackberries, but they're yellow. They're like yellow and orange. And I didn't know, and I bought like a bucket of them. I bought like a small like liter bucket of these berries, and I just ate them. And I ate all of them. And my friend who's Finnish, he was like, "Oh, like you shouldn't have done that. Like you shouldn't have done that. You're supposed to put it with yogurt and just your cereal and things. You know." I had like diarrhea for a week.
That's so funny. No, speaking of diarrhea, I
Yeah,
went to oh god, I went to I'm not going to bring a hospital story up, don't worry. You know how you
yeah.
can get sugar-free Haribos?
No.
yeah.
You can get sugar-free Haribos, and they have sorbitol in them, which in the pharmaceutical world, just because you know, That's what I've done in the past. Also, that's what I do for a living. They have sorbitol, which is a artificial sweetener, which means that you can have sugar-free medicines for children because obviously you have them in syrups and things.
Mm.
But the unfortunate thing is they have got the tendency to cause diarrhea because they're an osmotic laxative, so they draw fluid into your gut to make you go to the toilet, basically.
Wow.
Anyway, that's the pharmacy lesson over. These are sweet, so it could be Werther's, could be Haribo's, all have this sorbitol in them, which basically can make you go to the toilet. So I made these vodka-based gummies when I was a fresher because that's, you get a big Tupperware dish, there's vodka in and gummies, and none of us liked them for whatever reason, apart from my one friend, and he absolutely loved them, and he ate an entire massive Tupperware dish full of these vodka gummies, like a big Tupperware dish,
Oof.
like one that holds like lots of food. And
Yeah.
we went to the nightclub, a really
Oh.
busy nightclub in the middle of Nottingham that has, and this nightclub's renowned for having really long queues for toilets because there is literally no toilets whatsoever. And oh my gosh, I did not see him all night because they literally go to the toilet, come out, and then queue again because he knows it'd take him a good 10-15 minutes to even get to the toilet again.
Mm.
And I didn't see him for the entire night because he was just going in and out of the bathroom. Oh, it was so funny.
Oh man.
Anyway, we'll go back to Bulba.
That's a
So
rough
Bulba,
night. That's like trauma right there.
it's awful. I felt terrible because I didn't tell them they were sugar free, and he ate the whole lot. It wasn't until after he ate them that I said, "Oh shit, they were sugar free," and he was like, "You what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sorry." Anyway, Bulba, considering we've got quite a humorous conversation going, would you like to tell us? Would you like to tell us a joke?
Tell us, yeah.
Well, I was just going to say this episode was not sponsored by Jaffa Cakes. Any mentions of Jaffa Cakes is not sponsored, and hopefully this channel is not taken down because of Jaffa Cakes. I am not a funny man in this kind of guide. You got to give me a line first.
No, I mean, just do what feels good for you. You know.
How do I top what we've just talked about?
It's
I
We
mean,
just we just had someone's poor diarrhea experience. How the hell do I top that?
basically my entire life is a joke, Bulba. That's all we've got to take away from this. Okay, my entire life is a joke, but I'm sure you can top it with one of your with a joke that you can formulate. I am sure. We can come back to it. We can come back to it at the end if you need time to think
Yeah.
about one. Cool. We'll come back to it. So yeah. So let's talk about the venue because we spoke about the venue briefly last time when I was talking about the big curved screens and the bank vaults and how there's nothing in the bank vault, so we can't go and steal anything or anything like that. But what's your impression on the venue board? Because you've been going there obviously more frequent than I have, and obviously a lot and longer than I have. What do you think to the new upgrade? I think it's absolutely dope. What do you
Wait,
think?
have they upgraded it again?
No. Not since
Okay.
no, not since no. Like
All
when
right.
no,
Okay.
from the room downstairs to the one upstairs, basically, haven't
Yeah.
we?
Because I
I've
swear I
not been
heard
for a
something
while.
that there was apparently a change, and I was like, wait, what?
Not since, as far as I'm aware, not since I've been, which is the last time that I saw you, which was about 3-4 months ago. So as far as I'm aware,
I
there
don't.
hasn't been.
Yeah, it's a long time. Yeah, to be honest, it's definitely a lot roomier and a lot more comfier, to be honest. But it's just great hanging out, just having someone there to like actually play games with or just have a chill time, personally. And it's just great just having that environment where you can all just laugh with something that you're doing or just get to learn something new with, especially with me with magic, because I never understood it until I joined, and I'm still kind of in the debacle of should I get a deck or not. But it's just great to know I can just ask, hey, do you want to play Magic? And ask for a deck, and we got a good game going.
Good stuff. What colours do you like for Magic? We had a little chat about this last podcast. I'm just
Mhm.
curious, what colours do you like?
Personally, I'd like to try either a white-black deck or a white-blue deck. Not
Mm.
entirely sure, but black
Dab.
just
Yeah.
seems like it.
Are there like particular cards that you really like to play?
I really haven't had enough experience overall to say, but I
Mm-hmm.
did quite enjoy one of the decks they had for Commander, where it's just, yes, let's create an unkillable wall of disposable creatures.
No, that's fair.
All right,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Swarm stuff. Was that for black?
No, it was a
Necromancer?
blue-red one. I can't remember the deck
Ooh,
name.
that's
It
cool.
was, yeah, it's
And
really
then
good though.
and then there's just me that's just like, I want my dinosaurs. I don't understand the tactics. I just want dinosaurs all the time.
I don't really understand tactics either. I just,
Well,
ooh, this looks nice. Try it.
well, put it this way, Bulba. In the last podcast, I mentioned about how I accidentally called it leaf. I called Greenland Leaf Energy in a card shop, and that was not a good experience for me. So don't worry.
Ooh.
So yeah, I know. So don't worry, it's all good. You can't have done anything worse than that, so it's
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Well, I guess you just planted yourself into that issue.
But I like
Trust
that.
me,
That
that's the only thing I can do.
that was a good joke. That was a
Hey,
good
so
joke. I
yeah,
like that.
solid effort. With solid effort.
Yeah.
But like, I'm really interested about what you have experienced so far at the venue because I'm absolutely dying to actually visit this place.
I mean, it'd be a very expensive trip for you. I'll say that.
Mm.
But it's like, I mean, I've learned how to play Magic, learned how to actually build a competitive Pokemon deck thanks to the Dave and Wolfie's Wolfie slash Carrots' actual competitive TCG experience, Phoebe as well, and then just enjoying some retro games as well because they've got a PS2 set up there, and considering I skipped out that generation, I've always been kind of fascinated with the older stuff,
Hmm.
with having like the NES and SNES Classic Mini as well.
Ooh, that's
So,
a good question actually. Sia, what was your first console?
oh man, for
Because
me,
you'll make me feel a bit better.
all right, I can tell you, like vividly, I remember getting a PS1.
Oh no, to be fair, I remember getting my PS1. To be fair,
Yeah,
yeah.
like the OG PS1. And I remember getting it, and we didn't have a memory card, and I had games like Spyro the Dragon. I had Metal Gear Solid as
Oh, I
well.
love that game.
Yeah.
It's such a good game. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
so the trick was oh boy, I can imagine like it makes sense for a lot of my troubles now later in life because I had to do this. But basically, I would spend whole summers just one session playthroughs of video games. For example, I played Metal Gear Solid in one session because we didn't have a memory card. So I had to play the game, go to school, and come back, play the game at night, okay, then go to school the next day. And I would play the whole game in one session. And you can imagine my reaction when it came to the torture scene.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah.
Oh my god.
But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. What about yourself?
my first console was I inherited my cousin's Nintendo 64.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I remember playing the Bond game. I can't remember, like James Bond game. Is it called
GoldenEye.
like GoldenEye? Thank you. I was gonna say it's like 007 something GoldenEye. Yeah, I was terrible at it. And we'll leave it at that.
As we
Um,
all were.
it was a very hard game. It, it was hard at the time, but from reading various Reddits and things, it turns out it was hard for everyone, so I don't feel so bad. Like, 7-year-old me did okay. Um, and then, so, Ocarina of Time was amazing on that. Although I hated it, when I talk about the horror music that I used to hate, still do hate, should I say?
Hmm.
The night scene of
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time when all the zombies start coming out the ground. I used to not like that bit, but anyway. So I could only play Ocarina when I was little. I could only play the Ocarina of Time game when it was nighttime, daytime. Sorry. So if it was nighttime, I'd have to go into Hyrule Castle and like chill in there for a bit, and then go back outside again. It was weird. I was little, and then
Uh,
after that, it was like PlayStation 1 to like Tekken and stuff like that, and then it was like Game Boys and things, and Pokemon and Game Boys and handhelds and things. So yeah.
fair enough.
And you say yours was PlayStation 1 ball, but you start. Oh no,
No,
yours was the Wii.
we.
Wii, sorry. Wii. Oh god,
Yep.
God, I feel so old. Seal, I feel old.
Yeah.
The good old Wii Sports Resort.
Did you ever get a chance to play Smash? They have Smash on the Wii, right?
Yep, Smash Bros. Brawl. I tried it. The copy I had didn't work. I didn't get into it till for Wii U. the Wii U one,
Hmm.
and yes, I am one of the few people who actually own a Wii U.
Wee,
Uh,
wee.
Oh,
yeah,
did you hear about the LAN event for Smash over in Staffordshire?
no,
Europe's largest Smash event. It's a LAN event for all the pro players of Smash, and they fill up a hall full of Wii's.
Jesus,
Yeah, it must be the world's largest collection of Wii's in one place. It has to be. It's like 50 Wii
yeah,
consoles in one place.
that's crazy to be honest.
Mm.
I've, yeah, I've never really got into like Smash competitively until like kind of recently. Like I was just kind of one day at the venue, I was like, ooh, I'll just kind of have a look at some combos for Smash, and then just started doing it a little bit, but I don't have the online service, so I can't really go out and actually do it,
Fair.
kind of thing.
But you do play one game that I absolutely love, which is Multiverses.
Yeah, Multiverse.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I remember when it was coming out, I was like, this is a game I kind of want to learn competitively,
Hmm.
and so far I haven't fallen through on that wish, to be honest.
Who do you play? Who do you play?
Gotta be Harley, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, she has a nice combo with her down Y.
Uh,
I think
I
it's her
use
down Y.
the I use legacy control, so I'm a little bit weird. So I know it is like down B, then up B, then up A, jump, up B, up A, jump, and hopefully kill by then.
Oh, God. Okay. Yes. I usually play.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
yeah. Do you know of Multiverses? Tiny.
I mean, my silence surely gave that away that I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's good. It's good. It's like.
Warner Bros. Smash Bros.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Hmm.
So beating up freaking LeBron James as Bugs Bunny.
Ah.
Yep.
So speaking of
LeBron.
Smash Bros, what's everyone's favorite Smash Bros character?
Zelda,
Oh, okay,
but you can turn her into a ninja.
that's true.
Yeah.
Uh, Melee and Wheat and Brawl only actually. Because of the 3DS, they had to split the characters up who would change.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
I was
separate
thinking.
now.
Nah. I mean, I like Kirby just because he sucks things.
I am the weird one in the friend group. I play the Mii's.
What? Sorry.
Yeah, I play the Mii's.
The Mii's are cool. Same with the Ice Climbers. I quite like them. To be fair, they're a bit
Yeah,
unconventional, but I do enjoy them. But no, I still
yeah,
love Kirby. I love my little pink blobs. I mean, you know my like Unite mates. They're all little
Hmm.
pink blobs, and I love
yep.
Kirby as well. So you know.
The infamous Wigglytuff in the Unite.
Oh
Go to
yeah.
sleep, go to 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 sleep.
Go to sleep.
Oh God.
Oh
Bless
God.
him.
Yes. Yeah. Oh.
Just all I think about, I just used to keep saying that was like my phrase for. I'm not playing Wigglytuff in ages just because it's not necessarily like meta at the moment. But
Yeah.
when I do, I just because I mean I stole that from the Avengers. You know when Iron Man punches Hulk like a lot, and tells him to go to sleep. Obviously that's where I've taken that from. But honestly, it's just a meme. I feel like what I say is just a meme now at this point, so it's fine. But
Uh, better than Tano, who constantly is the meme.
Is Tano? I haven't spoken to him yet. I don't think.
Basic. He's a Unite player, and everyone just gives
bless
him the
him.
joke of him being old.
But he's not
Oh,
the oldest though. That's the thing. The ironic thing, he's not actually the oldest.
Yeah.
is
He's
it
not
a?
the oldest by a long
I
way,
mean,
to be
I'm
honest.
No.
uh, I'm
He thought
32.
I was older than him. He thought I was. How old are you? Sorry.
I'm 32.
No, he's not as old as. He's not 32. He's less than 32. So
Yeah.
this is the thing. He thought I was older than him. He was like, "Oh, well, Tano's old. Tiny's older than me." I'm like, "No, I'm not." And then Chaos is being Chaos was like, "Oh yeah, Tiny's like 40." I'm like, "No, I'm 24. Like, go away. Like, stop it." I get ID'd all the time. Like, no, that's not that is not the case. Um,
Yeah. God.
Bless him. No, we'll get Tano at some point. We need to get. I think we should get Tano and Jake as like a duo
Oh.
because I think it'd be absolutely carnage and it'd be so funny. It'll be an absolute disaster and I'd love it and it'll be so funny. But anyway,
It's funny you say that,
Silly.
actually. It's funny because I was actually thinking of the idea of just getting entire teams on the cast.
oh,
That
an entire
is
team I think will
chaos.
be
Yes.
is chaos. No, I don't know if that's such
That
a good
is
idea.
chaos incarnate.
Let's get the whole Unite team in. Press
Oh,
record.
which one?
Make
Which one?
content. All of it. Like Team
Both
Red.
of them. Oh,
Red, yellow, ketchup, mustard.
black.
It's red and yellow, right?
Yeah, it's red and
Yeah,
yellow. I just like to
at the
call it ketchup
moment,
and
yes.
mustard.
At the moment, it is. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like we could do
With
separate show.
yeah.
ah,
Oh well, okay. So now speaking of Unite, Bulba, do you want to tell us a little bit about your Unite kind of history /
yeah.
experience?
Well, start. I did start when the game came out. I remember seeing Wolfie Plays, who's like a British YouTuber, start it. I was like, "Ooh, this looks fun. I'll try it." And then I ended up starting it with my friend, but he didn't continue it. And I did kind of, I just got really hooked, especially with starting out with Snorlax, who, to
You
be
are
honest,
on
is,
with Snorlax. Like your Snorlax is pretty darn good, to be fair.
yeah, to be honest, if it weren't for Snorlax, I wouldn't be here, to be honest. So,
Respect to the big bro.
yep. And then I did kind of end up taking breaks because solo queue ranked. I will not say anymore.
Enough said. Enough said.
Yeah, and it's just, but I've just kind of like hopped back on, and especially like seeing that there was a team as like, oh, this is a game I enjoy. This is actually something I could do. And look at me now.
Look at you now. Absolutely.
Yep, in a podcast talking about Weird Ash.
So besides from Snorlax, what other monster are you favouring at the moment? What are you kind of dabbling in, sort of thing,
Um,
styles and whatnot?
I have fallen under Jake's wing and taken up Machamp.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep, Mamo, I've enjoyed so much, to be honest. Like, I'm glad I just was like, I'll try it. That was a great defender to pick up, especially with Ice Fang. Ooh, that is a
Yeah,
devil move.
I have got actually, I've got a clip. I've not made it into a TikTok yet, but just I got distracted by my Mew Pentakill that I did last night, so I made a TikTok of that first, just because I got excited. But I have got a really good clip of when you literally ice fanged. I can't remember which mon it was. You ice fanged them and literally plonked them in front of me, then I just like lasered them to death, and it was like.
Yeah,
And it was like you're just literally just handing me you're just handing me the kills. You're just like, here you are, have this kill, have this one too. And it's like, yes, give them to
yeah.
me.
It's
But
just like we were so unintentionally in sync. That was crazy.
it was baller. It was baller. I know it was a standard rather than a ranked, but I don't care. It was baller. I liked it.
Yeah. May not be prestigious, but it's prestigious in our hearts.
So like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
how do you play? I'm new to Unite, as you know. If you didn't,
Yeah.
Tiny Bulbasaur's been coaching me. I've got a couple hours under his wing so far.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, that's good.
Just Snorlax gameplay. That's the most I can advise you on.
And he was my first pick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't go wrong with Snorlax, to be fair.
I like him.
He's
Nope.
a good choice.
I like him a lot. How do you play? Because you mentioned Machamp is your main right now.
No, he's kind of like an all-round, like he's an off-laner pick I've had, so I could be a bit more diverse to help with the team personally.
What kind of mon is he?
Um, the way I'm trying to think of, he's like a solo lane mon really, so he does stupid amounts of damage and he's relatively bulky. He doesn't like you've got to be careful because he can be easily caught out. So you want to try and have like the higher XP in a fight, and you kind of use the one who you send round the back to kill all the squishy things. Really. So
He basically goes after your back line. So you got your defenders and things up front, and then like a team have like their squishies in the back. He's quite good at kiting around them
yeah,
kind of back line, basically.
Okay, it makes
It's
And
sense.
super super good if he gets like a super super good top play, especially if he's got like a heal kind of mon attached to him, so like a Blissey or an Eldegoss, just to kind of keep that healing and buffing up, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
So is it like a fair question to ask what is happening with Unite TNT at the moment?
and I mean, there's
Um.
worlds coming up.
Hmm.
We're gonna try qualify for that, but as far as I'm aware, it's up to the captain of Tiny.
Yes, there's lots of things going on with the United at the moment. Also had the two team splits and things. And we're looking at having like development rosters as well. So that's why I said, oh, we've got red and yellow at the moment because I think potentially we might be looking at having another roster that's more of a developmental roster where obviously there's more like training involved in things. So yeah, so we're kind of working towards. I think at the moment we're kind of more focusing on getting our footing as as 2 5 stacks and things.
Hmm.
Yeah,
There's lots of things that we can work on, lots of things we can do, and then hopefully push for worlds. Because at the end of the day, us playing worlds games isn't going to ever be detrimental. Might not be able to perform as well as we could have because we're not as established as a team. But also, there's always next year, so we could always spend this year getting settled, having a trial, and then next year we could absolutely smash out the park.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, no. So there's lots of things changing all the time. It's something I've been trying to keep my head on, out, head
Hmm.
poking out the water, shall we say, trying to keep on top of sort of thing. But no, absolutely, it's an exciting roster actually. It's very dynamic.
Hmm.
There's lots of things going on and lots of things that are happening and lots of people, lots of things changing. So it's gonna be exciting. Yeah,
It is
absolutely.
yeah.
exciting. Is it the
Yeah.
first time you guys would be traveling for a LAN event?
I know they're on about doing in-person events this year, but I've not seen anything for it as of yet. I will
Mm.
be perfectly honest.
Don't you travel for
Uh,
Worlds?
you
Don't you
Go.
do
go, or is it all online, or what?
it's all online unless you physically go to like the world's finals, like
That's what
FIFA.
I'm thinking. That's where my
Um,
mind is.
okay, yeah. So if you go into like actual worlds, i.e. like the final, then yes, you will go. So like people came to London, the world's just gone. But in terms of qualifiers, regional finals, AOS Cup, it's purely online. It's through a system called Battlefry, actually. At least it was last year. I'm not sure if it was the
Oh,
same
I
this
know
year.
Battlefield. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is it Battlefy?
Battlefield. I think Battlefield would be
Battlefy,
more
Battlefy.
USA way of saying
Sure.
it.
I mean, I called it Battle Fry as in you're frying a battle. I don't know. Yeah, well, I called it a complete wrong.
Ah,
Anyway. I sign the team up okay every year. I've managed to sign people up okay, and it's been fine. So if I call it the incorrect name is irrelevant, but yes. So it's through
Oh,
Battlefield, Battlefire, whatever you call
I
it,
actually,
and
you know what? You know how to use Battlefield?
so
The
I know enough how to get the tournament, the elimination brackets and everything.
seeding.
Yes, the seeding and the elimination brackets and things like that. And obviously, I signed the team up for it, and I've made my avatar look really silly with loads of random gear that I've pulled out of a chest or whatever. But that's about it.
Okay, so I need to talk to you about a secret project
Oh gosh, okay.
that after the cast, but it's gonna be cool. I kind of
ooh.
mentioned it to Tony as well, but yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yes.
okay. I mean, you can talk about it here, or you could talk about it afterwards.
Uh, yeah.
Juicy
We'll talk
details.
about it next one. Next one. I need to get it straight first, But I'm gonna tease people. I'm teasing new
Okay, we can
things.
say we can save it for next time. Let's not
Yeah,
throw all our eggs in one basket. Okay, I see you. I
We're
see you.
teasing a bit.
I
But
see you. I
I
see.
am excited for you guys, and in my mind, I feel like you will be going to LAN.
Hmm.
Uh,
Have you been to LAN before? Ever?
Well, the LAN events in
Yeah.
general. Not since I played VGC. No, I'm not for Unite. I haven't. No,
never been to one, to be honest. This
I've,
is
I
my
have for
first
I have for
esports.
VGC, but not for Unite. No,
That's where great things happen.
that's when there's silence. Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
But speaking of United Mons and things, Bulba, which Mon? If I say to you, right, I am the creator of Unite. Hear me out, okay? I'm the creator of Unite, and I want you to pitch to me the best Mon that you want to put in the game. that's not in there at the moment, and why? Which one would you say?
Hmm.
Like, what one would you love in the game, and why do you think it'd be a good pick?
Are we picking from hundreds of Pokemon right now?
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah,
1,000.
Is that how many now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I stopped at like
Have you been living
250.
under a rock? I was going to say you've been living under a rock all the time.
Man, 151 is where I'm at. That's all there ever was.
Yeah. I've actually made a list of this, actually. I went through every generation and did like one mon for each role. And I can't, I think personally, for a unique one, I'd really love to see Annihilate in. Like
Okay,
it's
like another 3 stage. That makes sense.
yeah, and I'd like to see it more. I- I'd like to see it as a speedster rather than an actual all-rounder because I feel like every time they've saw fighting type, like, yep, that is all-rounder.
I see what you're saying. It'll almost be like another Machamp at that point, isn't it? And it's not really. We've kind of already got something like that. We've got Machamp and
Yeah,
we've got Urshifu. We don't really need like another one of those. So
yeah,
no, I get that. Yeah, no, I get that because you could have Mankey that's obviously more ape-like that can obviously got
yeah,
more mobility. So yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, no, quite cool. And also
mm,
it's 3 stage, so you can evolve it as you wish.
yeah. And then because it's got dual typing as well, you've got the chance for mixed up moveset.
Yeah, no, that's fair play. That's fair play. I know you've not played much of it, Seal, but I know you've, by the sounds of it, you've you're living in a bit of the history books when it comes to Pokemon choice. But if you were to put a Pokemon in your night, what is your favorite Pokemon in general? Just because I've not asked you that.
Vaporeon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Oh,
cool.
oh,
Yeah,
that's a choice. Okay.
yeah.
But may I ask why? Not that it's a bad choice. I'm just wondering why. That's all. I'm just curious. No, I feel like I'm
I
completely
know
interrogating
exactly
it.
what's going through that man's mind.
Because the thing is, there was, oh my god, it's super inappropriate. But no, like
Oh my god! Wait,
no,
what?
I like
What?
Vaporeon. No, I like Vaporeon because it's cool, it's sleek, stylish, water style Pokemon. Fuck yeah, my kind of thing. I'm Aquarius. It's, we go well together. So trendy. There was a thing that came out about a Vaporeon plushie, and it's that kind of plushie, and a lot of people have seen it, and it makes people who are into Vaporeon for the right reasons look bad.
Yep.
I'm not. I am not. I'm just leaving it here. But you asked me, and I can't be more honest. Mate, that's what I'm
No,
about.
I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
I know Bob, you wanted to put Annihilate in the Unite, but what's your favorite Pokemon like in general, regardless of Unite and whether it actually fit in with Unite, just as your favorite, just.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is Bulbasaur to be honest.
I mean, that would
It's
make most sense. That's a very stupid question. Now, come to think,
yeah,
that was
but
a
it
very
wasn't
stupid
actually
question.
my first to be honest. I started out with Chespin. Yes, I started in that generation.
What?
Gen
What?
6, baby.
What? Gen 6?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Alright. I should have kept my cards. I still remember having these cards at school. Gen 1 Shiny Charizard. I had it.
mate,
It's,
you could have earned a fortune by now.
yeah, it's like a £500 card now, at least.
Oh, yeah, easy.
Wop, wop, wop.
Yeah. So, like, as a player of Pokemon Unite, is there what is it like? What is it like? What is this culture of the world of Unite compared to something like League of Legends?
I feel like sometimes just because it's aimed at a lower target audience because it is Pokemon, sometimes you do see some things that make you question what.
Like
But
in all
overall,
games, like in most games.
yeah, but I think overall, I'd say it's probably a little bit less toxic than League.
Hmm.
I agree 100%. For someone who's played both, I agree
Yeah.
110%.
So Yeah, and it's definitely a lot easier to get into. I
Okay.
still don't know how the items work.
Yeah, fair.
Comes with
Is
comes
there
with time.
sorry, Tiny?
I'm just saying it comes with time, the items.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Especially because you keep
not
adding new ones as well.
not in Unite. I mean in perhaps.
Oh, in League. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, even more so. There's so many in League, it's hard to keep track.
yep. I just play Big Rock and smash things.
That sounds good. Do you know, or do we know of more events online for Pokemon Unite?
There
I
is, and I need to sign us up for it. Actually, that's just reminded me. Thank you very much for reminding me. Basically,
write it down fast.
I'm literally gonna go on Twitter now just to remind myself. Basically, there's going to be a Europe EU versus NA, so North America versus Europe, Unite tournament that's hosted by Spraggles for the US and Chris Heroes for Europe.
With the events online, you could be signing us up for some competitive play. Are there anything that a new player should be aware of when getting into Unite?
Is that aimed at okay?
Yeah,
Overs. Yeah. So, well, new players starting Unite. Obviously, you start off the game with obviously a certain number of mons, so you can learn. It's great because you can play. It's kind of like League where you start out with a set amount of mons to play with to begin with, so you've got a decent set of champs to kind of get your teeth into without having to spend any of the in-game currency. So that's always a good shout. And obviously, we've got lots of really good kind of online, um, online. Well, informations and Wikipedias in terms of builds. Obviously, Reddit's a good thing. Obviously, lots of Discord servers that are really friendly and good for encouraging players to try certain builds and things. That's always a good place to start. And I'd say just going on like, depending on how savvy you are with the internet and things, it's quite good to get onto different online groups to either solo queue, to duo queue or trio queue or even five stack if you've managed to get enough people together. Because I think learning with other people is probably the best way to learn. I don't know how Bulba feels. That's how I feel personally.
do you feel like a good dynamic with your teammates goes a long way, Bulbs?
I think it's the fact we've got that dedication really. You know, we all got that drive to push ourselves towards going into worlds. You know, even if we don't win, we probably we we could have that drive to say, well, this is what happened. Let's correct that and go again. To be honest,
Yeah, that's a very strong attitude to have. I think that's the best way to go about it as well. And it also takes like a lot of maturity to have that view on things. Um, as a competitive gamer, I just want to win, and I've gone to the point of I went too far basically, to my own detriment, really, to make that happen. And in fact, you can get a lot more from just looking over your losses.
mm,
Really, I think that's what we're missing in the greater part of esports is that bit of introspect, reflection.
yeah. I guess it's a case of you get so heated in the moment, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hard to at the time, man, especially when you're with other people. Everyone gets bad days.
Yeah, I
Everyone gets
mean,
the bad days.
especially as someone who's seen like a lot of competitive fighting game stuff, I know like there's like a lot of mind games that go into it, and I'm just like, no wonder why people get so freaking salty while playing them.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, do you have any personal ways of realizing if you're tilted or not, or how to avoid it?
Personally, um, this is just I've always had to kind of like I've always had to just like take some deep breaths, try and remove myself away from it, and just look over, just really actually think. If you just keep thinking about the event, but focus on what you've done personally, you could see how it could actually be improved overall.
Yeah, I would. For example, at the end of a game, you could reflect on your play rather than reacting in the moment. You can at least say, okay, when this is over, then we can talk about it.
Yeah, and it just helps you improve as a A as a part of the game, and B probably as a person overall.
Mm. Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
I think Bulba needs to bring his joke back.
Right.
Yes, make him
I
squirm.
don't feel like this is going to turn into a returning joke of I can't remember a joke. All right. Did you hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers?
No, I haven't.
He'll stop at nothing to avoid them. Thank you, Internet. You have provided great comedy.
Stop it.
Yo, you know what? We can say it better than Zephyrs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's better than Zephyrs. Let's go. Next one. Next player. Step up. We're gonna get these jokes going all day. We're sending it. Best jokes
Have I created?
all night.
Oh, hey, Seal.
Yeah,
Why are chickens so funny?
I don't know. Jesus Christ.
What?
Jesus. Jesus.
So, thank you all for listening to the podcast. I've been Tiny.
I've been Seal.
And thank you very much for sitting and enjoying our banterous podcast. And we're looking forward to seeing you all in the next one.
Who should we pick? Who?
We could try and bring Dave back if Dave's free. If not, we'll get somebody else.
We'll find someone else.
Someone else.
Ooh, someone else. All right, thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.